Hello and welcome to the Outlet Podcast channel. My name is Gazy and this is episode 19, part 2 of the Outlet Podcast. Is too much a bad thing? And today I am dual wielding once again, which is me doing some video content for the audio listeners. And most you guys, I know you guys are listening via iTunes, Soundcloud, Stitcher Radio, or Blubrry. Very soon, Google Play Music. They're going to have the Google Play Music section, going to have podcasts, and my RSS feed was accepted. So you guys can listen there on your Android devices or any other device that you use. And everybody on on the YouTube page, you guys are watching, like towards YouTube. And hello, and I adjust my bow tie for you, Madame and Monsieur. Just the bow tie, just the bow tie. So I'm dual wielding. So like this is the second time I do this, and I'm very excited, and I'm pretty happy with the results. Last episode though, I do apologize if the audio was not the best, because guess what? I had my microphone in my hand and it was not plugged in. So that's kick yourself for being stupid, or drink for being stupid. I don't know. So anyways, you guys, on this episode I'm able to go straight into the main topic, because the last two topics I talked about were the comic book movies and comic books as what they are, comic books with the lore and what's going on in the various universes. But now I'm able to actually talk about the main topic, which is too much a bad thing? I am coming to terms with this reality, and I believe that it is. I have been inundated ever since Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, who's an amazing Spider-Man, and I love Tobey. I think he's the best Spider-Man. I love what he was able to do. And I know Mary Jane was pretty cool too. This girl who did, not Reese Witherspoon. What's her name? If you guys know, okay, let me know on SoundCloud. You guys can comment on the actual app. I think you guys can comment on the app, and everybody on Facebook or YouTube, you can comment down below. I forget who was the actress who played Mary Jane in the Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, which was an amazing Spider-Man. Very well done, in my personal opinion. I think he was the best. I don't know how this kid Tom Holland is going to do, but it's my hope that he brings some clout, because the current Spider-Man in the comic books is a Tony Stark of sorts. So yeah, Peter Parker has never been someone to mess with, because he swings on a web, but it's not how he swings on the web, it's who he is. And it's all the issues he's had up till now, up to his current run in the comics and the movies. Like, he's not just some pushover, like, booger snot-nosed kid. Like, Peter Parker is amazing. Is an amazing character. I love, and Tobey Maguire did an amazing job. I mean, you can make fun of when he went emo. Fine, yeah, sure. Everyone can do that. But definitely one of my favorites. But ever since then, there has been a superhero tsunami of so many movies, and I'm like, where did this all come from? I personally, I think it's the greed, and it's the supply and demand. I think we all want to watch these movies, and that's the problem. I mean, we're watching the movies and we're not reading the comics. Now, I'm not trying to preach down your throat. Buy the comics. Comics are better. Comics are the best. No. I'm not trying to be that guy, because I love the movies too. But I will share with you that the last comic book movie that I bought was Winter Soldier, the last one, and I think I bought Winter Soldier because, I have my wife bought me all sorts of when we were dating, she bought me some superhero DVDs, because she knew that I was collecting some, and she bought me a number of the Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3 or something like that. So she's bought me all that stuff, and I was excited and very happy. I have a collection of superhero movies because I thought that it would not go on forever, but yeah, it has. And it's man, they're just doing it for movies, and that's what's killing me, you guys. It's really killing me, because the fans who initiated this, who the fans who of Superman, the fans of the Flash, they've been fans for 40 years, 30 years, 20 years. Faithful, buying the books, buying the toys. There were grown men watching Batman the animated series, the Justice League animated series. They're watching Teen Titans, for goodness sake, watching all of the DC animated universes movies because they're amazing. My personal DC might have a weak movie game, but their cartoon movie their game is strong. It's unbelievable. If you don't believe me, watch Under the Red Hood, for example. Just for example, Gods Among Us, Gods and Monsters. Watch that just as an example. They have great the the animated cinematic universe is outstanding. It's worth, like, I think the reason why it's so good is because the fans who are like 40 years old, my senior and whatever, they've made it to be that way. But what is it that we're making it to be out these days? Like, I'm looking around and it's like, okay, fine. It's just like product placement everywhere. That's all that's going on. Like, Hot Topic is full of shirts, and it's like, these heroes were more than shirts. They're more than this stuff. Like, I don't know. So yeah, let me just. I wrote some stuff down, but I just have to share because it's like so offensive, and I'm wondering where it's going to lead. I got a list. I want to share this with you. 20, and I have to go through everything because it's like flabbergasting. Okay, July 2015, Ant-Man. August 2015, Fantastic Four. February 2016, Deadpool. March 2016, Superman versus Batman. Civil War, Marvel Civil War. May 2016. May 2016, X-Men Apocalypse. Doctor Strange in July 2016. August 2016, Suicide Squad. October 2016, Gambit. The third Wolverine movie. It doesn't say right here, probably because it's in white. May 2017, Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2. Wonder Woman in June of 2017. July, and I believe they might have the Sinister Six Spider-Man movie. Another Fantastic Four in July 2017. So that's 2 years after the one that just had passed in August 2015. Thor Ragnarok, November 2017. We got I can't see this one, a Justice League movie in November 2017. Flash, March 2018. Also in 2018 are the Avengers, one of the newest Avenger movies, Black Panther, Aquaman, Captain Marvel in November, The Flash in 2019, as well as the next part of the Avengers movie, Justice League 2 in 2019 of June, and The Inhumans in July 2019. Oh my gosh. Let me count these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 movies. 25 movies from July of 2015 till 3 years from now. 25 superhero movies. Are these movies going to be like Oscar worthy, nominated? Like, am I going to soon see Leonardo DiCaprio? Like, I know what these are. I know what these movies are. They're it's just money grabbing movies. That's why they do variant covers for comic books. It's just money grabbing stuff. But you guys, is too much a bad thing? This is way too much. This is too much to swallow. I can't handle all of this, like, because there's just way too much. Like, yeah, I get to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again, but there's more to Hugh Jackman than just Wolverine. You know, they're like, these actors, they found out that if they jump onto a franchise bandwagon, they can ride that puppy out and they make money. Henry Cavill is amazing Superman, but he doesn't get props for the one spy movie that he was in. And goodness gracious, I can't even tell you what it is that he was in, a spy movie, because all I know him as Superman. like Ben Affleck is, at his worst was Gigli, but at his best was uh goodness, you see, and I can't come off with another Ben Affleck movie. This what drives me crazy. There's more to these actors than just putting on a costume. Margot Robbie was amazing in Wolf of Wall Street. She was awesome. She was really cool. She played that role very well. Uh, I, I I feel terrible because I can't, like, okay, Ryan Reynolds. I know he was like the sex object in, like, in some movies past. Obviously, I know he was in Green Lantern, but apart from that, I don't know. So this is what stinks. This is like dumbing me down, you guys. So, um, are the heroes, like, some points? Yeah, hero movies are being common, and what's killing that is that all of their majestic superhero strength, all of their feats are they're not that impressive anymore. We just saw Superman go to town fighting Zod and destroying an entire city like an apocalyptic event. What more else, like, what else is there? All right, you can go galactic, but what how do you even portray a galactic event like that? Or, like, what else is there? I don't know. And it sucks. This stinks so bad. Like, in the comic books, fantasy can let your mind go wild. Superman held like a book of infinite pages in his hand. He held a black hole also in his hand. He was in one part of the universe, and he heard a small signal from Jimmy Olsen's watch in the vacuum of space. He was light years and light years away, and automatically in the next cell, boom, he's right there. Like, how do you even do that in a movie? I don't like my imagination's being dumbed down. Like, it really is. So they're super powerful feats. They're not impressive anymore. And the comics, they gave you more imagination. They, like, I can imagine, like, right now, I like Dick Grayson. He left Corey, or Starfire. He left, like, her side in the last Starfire comic book, and there was always, ever since, like, the Teen Titans, like the animated but also in the comic books, there was this love that they had for each other. They even got married, apparently. But reboot time, and that, like, kills everything. So what happens? Like, I'm wondering now if Dick Grayson is going to, because Dick Grayson, he also kissed Barbara. So I think they kissed in one of the last two Batgirl comic books. So I'm like, which one are they going to play with? But in a movie, you won't get that because you can't imagine. You can there because when it comes to movies, there's no more imaginations because it's just spoiler time. And I talked that heavily about that in, like, the last episode, part 1 of Is Too Much a Bad Thing. So the anti-hero movies are on the rise, and that's something I'm definitely noticing. Okay, you got the Suicide Squad, for example. It's an entertaining thought to have, like, these anti-heroes come up out of nowhere, and you see a different side. I'm all for kind of seeing different perspective and stuff, but the point is that, these people they're bad guys. They're bad guys. They're not superheroes. They're not good guys. They're bad guys. And as much as people want to vilify and play devil's advocate, they're bad guys. And this could really mess up some people's psyche. I mean, we had that fool who, I forget his name, but he ended up shooting up a movie theater because he thought himself to be a type of Joker character during Batman, the last Batman movie, the Dark Knight Rises. We had that dude, like, think he's the Joker or something. That's not the Joker is, it's a comic. He's a comic book character. There's no psychology with that. He doesn't exist. He is literally a drawing that they franchised and they can use, and but he doesn't exist. So we're giving psychology to fictional characters, and we're allowing that to affect our daily lives. This does not make sense at all. For people to identify themselves with comic book characters. Okay, the, everything in everything in its proper place, everything in the proper place. Entertainment is entertainment. Let's just leave it at that. Why do we need to go in and like look at the psychology of X, Y, and Z? Okay, some people want to do essays about the character development of Heath Ledger's Joker. Are you serious? Can you grow up? I mean, isn't it Monday? Shouldn't you be getting back to work? Shouldn't you like? There is more stuff in life than just analyzing comic book characters. I love myself a good comic book. I do. I sincerely do. I love Invincible by Robert Kirkman. Great. Pick up Invincible. Great independent. I think it's Image comic books. It's an amazing story. Just pick up a comic book and have fun. Watch a movie and just have fun. Don't try to analyze and go super deep. Just treat it for what it is, entertainment. I mean, that's what these like Disney. That's what they're doing. They've realized that this is all of these franchises are cash cows. So let's make movies. Let's make toys. Let's get soundtracks. Let's get actors. Let's make theme parks, sections in theme parks. That's all they do. They don't really care about the fact that reading about Superman brightened your day. No, it's not necessarily what big conglomerates like Disney or Fox or they don't really care about that. Warner Brothers either. So, so another, like, my last point, because I don't want to go on, because my last point is that will the movies dictate comic book lore? And this is what like blows my mind, because recently Thor is now a woman in the comic books. There's no problem with that. They really did a good job. I'm not going to spoil who the female Thor is, but pick up the comic books series. I think it's like only 8 comic books, $2 a piece. $16 for a good storyline. You'll enjoy it, trust me. So yeah, X-23 is new Wolverine. There's something going on with the new Hulk. Apparently, it's not Bruce Banner anymore. Peter Parker is back as the Spider-Man, but there's also Miles Morales. I don't know what's going on with Miles Morales, but there's stuff going on outside of the comic book universe. I don't need to see who's this. I forget his name as the actor. Stephen Amell. I don't need to see him on the cover of my comic books. I know he's doing Arrow. He's doing an amazing rendition of Arrow too. He's doing a great job. But let's keep the comic, like, one shouldn't dictate the other. Because if we allow that crossover to happen, then there's no like authenticity. What about the writers? Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, what about them? Like, they've done an amazing job with Batman and given us some of the best Batman storylines that will live on, along with The Killing Joke. Great storylines. Like Hush, I loved Hush. I personally was a huge fan of Hush, as well as The Killing Joke. But you can't get that with these movies. And even if they were to have these people do movies, not everybody can direct a movie. Just because you can write a great comic book doesn't mean you can do a good movie. So, man, you guys, I'm just kind of overfed. There's too much on my plate. I don't know if I'm going to be buying movies, like, or going to movie theaters to watch, like, the next Justice League. I don't know. I think I've had my full. Have you? What do you think about the tsunami of superheroes? Are you tired of it? If you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. More importantly, comment. I want to know what you think. Is there too much? Because too much is a bad thing in my personal opinion. You guys on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or Blubrry, I want to know what you think. Maybe you can go over to the iTunes, maybe go to YouTube and comment below, or via the SoundCloud app. I know that you can comment, so you can do that. So you guys, this has been the Outlet Podcast. And just I've already mentioned before, so you can catch me on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Blubrry. You can watch me on YouTube and Periscope. Find me on Facebook and like the Facebook page. Facebook.com/Outlet Podcast. So it's been my pleasure. I've had tons of fun doing these, and I will dual wield some more. This has been pretty cool. You guys, my name is Gazy. Connect and recharge.